You want me to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Phenomela Wrestling Podcast and our review of Survivor Series. There's only two of us because Brock Lesnar fulfilled his contract obligation and he's off doing whatever.
He's in the UFC.
So you have myself and your new predictions champion,
Pass it.
and Nel.
Yes! Pass it to me. Give me my baby back.
Sir. Here.
Thank you.
You've earned it.
Thank you.
You
Oh,
have...
God, it's so,
you have earned it.
She still, I forgot what she smelled like.
How does it feel?
You have no idea. And the fact that I legitimately won this time. I beat you by 2, and I beat Eric by 6.
Yeah, he got...
To put it to you this way, folks, he didn't get a single one right at TakeOver, which put him in a really big hole. He needed to win out. And it was looking really freaking good because Seth won. And I'm like, oh god, oh god. And then AOP won, and that was the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want the exact number here, Eric finished with a 3.
Yep.
I finished with a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And you finished with a 9.
Yep.
And you were...
And I'm sorry.
Officially...
And I'm sorry to Aleister Black. I will never, ever vote against you again.
I'm surprised, because Eric's logic was, it's Bobby Fish's return match, why would he lose? It's also Aleister Black's return match.
Why would he lose?
Why would he lose? A lot of his logic was flawed.
He said that he should have kept his original picks. Do you have his original picks?
Yeah.
I need to see this.
His original picks were...
I need to see how many he got right for his original picks.
He would have got Ciampa with us, but that's it.
So he would have been up to 4.
Yeah. He did pick Lesnar.
5.
And he picked the SmackDown women's team.
Which didn't get anything.
Which didn't get anything, so that... No, he picked the SmackDown's Raw team. I'm sorry, the Raw's women's team.
He picked the Raw women's team?
Yeah, initially.
So he would have got 6.
So he would have got 6.
Mm-hmm. What was his bonuses?
But his original bonus points were Raw wins.
7.
And Nia gets counted out, so back down to 6.
So, Eric, I know you listen. It wouldn't have mattered. You'd still come in last because Zel would have 7.
It's it's a feeling, you know. This past month and a half has been fucking ridiculous. These past 2 weeks alone
and it sucks because
have been crazy.
It seems like there's an upper power that's setting up all these pay-per-views for you to defend it every single pay-per-view. And it just got the best of you.
You know, I busted my ass. I did everything I could. But I told you before, there were a lot of things I was looking at in retrospective. One of them was this show, which we'll get to because that's what we're here for. But another thing that I was looking at in retrospect was my cat scratching at my door. Was my title reign and how I was being viewed is Dolph Ziggler. I'm here to show the world. I needed to lose that title because I had to get back to doing what I'm here to do, and that's to be phenomenal.
Oh, I see what you did there.
So, I do congratulate you on winning that title, sir. Congratulations. You've earned it. But here's the thing.
Already starting.
Are you Randy Orton from 2004?
Here's the thing. Hold
on. I'm not done. Are you Randy Orton from 2004? Are you just going to hold this title for a month? Is that what's... I'm legitimately questioning.
I did.
Because I want you...
I did what I had to do.
I want
to get
you...
legitimately won before the year was over, and I got that.
I want you to prove that wrong and hold on to that.
What did I tell you last night? Well, whenever I told you this. So the Empire was rising back up. Rise from ashes. Right? And it's risen now. No one's taking it down. No phenomenal man can take it down. No part-timer is going to take it down either.
See, here's the thing. You say it's risen,
It's risen.
Nothing
And
has
it's
risen
staying up there.
until you retain that.
Oh, it is staying up there, bro. Because one thing's for sure. You know what hasn't risen? You know what hasn't been broken? Eric's longest reign. You were so close.
All I have to do is get through this weekend.
All you had to do. All you had to do was show the world. Prove that you were phenomenal.
I wasn't focused
Prove
on
that you
being
were the
phenomenal.
heartbreak one.
I was focused on showing the world.
You're gonna
because
break
that's
all of
what
our.
got to
You're
me.
gonna break all of our hearts.
I'm not here to show the world anymore. I'm here to be phenomenal. And at TLC, I'm coming for the title.
You don't have to show the world because you are showing the world, based on what happened last night. You showed the world truly who you were, and that you need a Drew McIntyre.
Oh my god. that was... The booking made no fucking sense.
It did not.
Not in the slightest. Well,
you ladies and gentlemen have no idea what was going through my head. That if I lost again by stupid shit, I had to do something drastic. I had to literally think about this when I was predicting, literally in my head, what would Vince do?
And Vince, we didn't think Vince would do this.
No, I didn't think really that far into it, but Jesus Christ, man.
Oh yeah, they're airing Starcade.
Yep, and Becky Lynch is already ruled out.
God. Because I was like, next is TLC. It said next is Starcade. I was like, what? That's not a special event. Apparently it's a special event. But let's start with the good part of the weekend. I know, it's your favorite thing to say. So.
War Games!
There you go. War Games opened up with Matt Riddle. And he challenged Cassius Ohno. And Cassius came out and said, you know what, let's do this. And Cassius lost as the bell was still ringing. Are they still going to fight this Wednesday?
Yeah.
They going to have another match?
They're going to have a legitimate match.
So did they put on a match before that match?
I think so. And I think part of that is maybe they were telling the fans, you know, like, obviously our pre-show here is what's going to be on Wednesday, so...
What if they were the dark match?
Oh, yeah.
What if they just did it again at the end?
That's very possible. You know what's going to be interesting is that when we're watching this pre-show, you're going to see the cage up there.
Yeah. Yeah. But, that happened. We then opened up. I don't think any of us would have bet against Matt Riddle, so that really didn't matter.
No, that didn't matter.
We opened up with Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Shayna Baszler winning the 2 out of 3 falls match 2-1 to retain the NXT Women's title.
My bitch.
Eric picked Kairi because he thought Shayna was going to get caught up, but here's more of his flawed logic. Why would they debut the Horsewomen as a group and then have Shayna lose just to bring them up?
Don't worry. They are coming.
They are, but Shayna's holding on to that thing for a little while.
And Shayna's already tweeting at fans who booed Ronda, calling them fickle fans.
We'll get to Ronda. But the match went on very, very early in the match. Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke came in, and I was surprised to see them come in so early.
I thought this was going to be a loss for me, because when they came in so early, I'm like, uh-oh. Because they already cost Kairi 1 pinfall.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, here we go now.
And then Kairi got her own.
And
then I did expect to see Io Shirai at some point.
I did not.
I was watching it and I was like, why didn't I say Io Shirai was going to show up? Because I knew these two were going to get involved. Don't know why.
Eric literally called it when he was sitting next to me. He was like, Dakota Kai has to come out. I'm like, yeah, but she's in the UK. He's like, no, Dakota Kai has to come out. And sure enough, Dakota Kai came out.
I mean, I saw Dakota. I was happy to see Dakota, but I was like, 1, what are you doing here? And 2,
because she's afraid of Shayna.
You're still running with this? I thought this was done.
Yeah. Apparently not.
But the match came to an end when Io Shirai hit a beautiful-looking moonsault to the outside on Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir, and Dakota Kai. Kairi goes for the insane elbow. Shayna slightly moves out of the way and rolls up Kairi for the final fall. Shayna retains the Women's Championship. I think Mania weekend this year, there's going to be a lot of title changes in NXT.
Or the Rumble weekend.
I don't think we're gonna get it at the Rumble.
I don't see Tommaso dropping it at Mania either.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he's going through?
Yeah.
Oh wow. When is he gonna drop it?
I don't know, and I don't know who the hell he's gonna drop it to. I told Eric beforehand. I was like, I think he's going to drop it to Matt Riddle, but not. I don't think Riddle will be ready by Mania time. He might. I don't know. He just seems weird. When I was watching, like they were showing, he had his thing on YouTube where it was him coming into the NXT arena and he was talking to everyone. He goes up to Triple H and freaking Albert, but I forget his actual name. Matt. And he doesn't have any shoes on. And Triple H is like, because he was in a suit. And Triple H is like, where are your shoes? He was like, I just wanted to feel for it, bro. I'm like, part of me thinks that he's not gonna last because of his stupidity.
Bro. I mean, we'll see.
I hope he lasts, but I'm like, bro, that's your boss. You think Vince McMahon's gonna approve you walking into his office barefoot? Yeah, I'm just getting a feel for the carpet, bro.
Just puts his feet up on Vince's desk.
Okay. Brock, I need you real quick. You remember what you did to Daniel Bryan's neck? Yeah.
This guy. We then got the grudge match, Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano. Oh, the psychology in this match was astounding. I was going to say this might have been the hardest hitting match, but then I was like, that War Games match was crazy. This whole card was just insanely good.
It was this War Games is literally my favorite pay-per-view that NXT's ever pulled off.
Really?
My number one.
Damn.
That legit. Because I was entertained throughout the entire freaking show. Every single match could have gone to either opponent. That's how crazy it was. Like, I was jumping on my seat like, look, he's got it, 1, 2, oh, god damn it! Or it's like, the scenes, like the story, like, that's what I love about Johnny, and when he used to wrestle Tommaso, the storytelling was there. Lifting up Aleister Black with his freaking foot. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing? But it was brilliant.
Well, he's the Punisher now, so.
Yeah, he's the Punisher, which I'm kind of pissed off about. He's the only one that represented Stan Lee.
Even his name was like in like Marvel lettering.
Yeah, it was
like,
in the Punisher.
It was, yeah. But these two put on an astounding match.
He's so freaking. I cannot wait until he gets called up.
The match came to an end when Aleister hit a black mass and Johnny collapsed onto his chest, and Aleister said, "No, I will absolve you of all your sins." Hit a second black mass and then pinned Johnny. I, honest to God, thought when Johnny was like, "Just hit me with the black mass, just do it," and Aleister went for it, I was like, "You're about to fucking lose, Aleister. What are you doing? Why would you go for the black mass?"
I thought that was it too.
But that match, and then we have.
So fucking good.
Oh my god! And then we had Tommaso Ciampa and the Velveteen Dream. I'm sorry, Velveteen Hollywood Hulk Dream. Hollywood Dream. This guy. My biggest thing I was looking forward to tonight was, what is Velveteen Dream gonna wear?
Yep.
Honestly. And these two fucking delivered. Like, this match is crazy. And one thing I was saying going into this match, well, this pay-per-view.
You don't understand, Zel, though. When I'm sitting there with Eric and he picked Velveteen, everything that Velveteen did to Tommaso, and it was like, that has to be it. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna freaking win the title. And then it's like, 1, 2, oh god.
And you've been one who's been clamoring for Velveteen today.
Yes, but it's Tommaso freaking Ciampa.
I know.
Like,
I know.
His reign wasn't gonna be that short.
One thing I really wanted in this one, because I noticed nobody did it last year, was to use the in-betweens of the ring.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of that in these two matches. Because this match came to an end when Tommaso hit a draping DDT to the middle.
The metal
part in the middle of the rings. And that's how that match came to an end.
I was like, it's all over now.
Yep, I was like, that's it. Game over. Because he's been trying to get that DDT all match.
Yeah.
Game fucking over.
He hit it once, but it was only on the apron, and Velveteen kicked out, and Tommaso was like,
what am I gonna do?
What? And then they exposed the area down there, and Velveteen did his, like, weird thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then
even before the match happened, you saw the background Tommaso, like, holding onto his belt, and he looked up on the wall, and it said Dream Over with an X through it.
Yep. We had our final match. Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders against Undisputed Era in...
I freaking love that man. War Games!
This match was something. Ricochet started the match against Adam Cole. I don't know who else we expected to start this match.
Yeah, I was like, if we were all here, I'd be predicting that to be Adam Cole and Ricochet right now.
Yeah.
And Eric's like, well, I think it's to be Adam Cole and Pete Dunne. I was like, nah, there's that storytelling they have to do with Ricochet and Adam Cole.
Yeah, exactly. So they start. Undisputed Era had the advantage. Second man in was Kyle O'Reilly. And then Pete Dunne wanted to run out of the cage, but Hanson was like, no, I'm going.
No idea how nervous I was. I'm like, this is how it's all going to be over. They're pissing off Pete Dunne.
It's okay, because apparently, if you fight with your teammates, you still sweep the other show. Hanson came out.
That was foreshadowing?
And then we had Roderick Strong, because of course they're going to save Bobby Fish for last. And then Rowe came out. And then, when Bobby Fish left his cage, he ran over to Pete Dunne's cage, hit him, locked it with his lock, and threw the key.
Bastard.
And then threw all these weapons in the ring, and they were running a roughshod on Team Face, because we don't have a name for them.
Shit out of them.
Terribly. And when it came down for Pete Dunne to get out, he couldn't get out. And they went to the back, and after a while they came back with cutters. They cut the chain off, Pete Dunne came out. They did not want to let him in the ring. He broke their fingers through the cage, threw more weapons in there, and then the War Games finally began. Because the match doesn't start until all 8 competitors are in the ring. Remember that. Match doesn't start. How many times did they say that?
A lot.
But so the match finally started. All of the spots in this match were insane. War Raiders were flying across the ring. The strikes in the Undisputed Era were ridiculous.
Tables broken.
Kendo shots. Ricochet.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Adam Cole taking a double suplex off 2 guys who took a power bomb with 2 guys on the side who were given a back body drop. And then Ricochet off the top. They called it a reverse 620, but that was literally a double.
He had one more rotation.
He had a full 630. I'm sorry. He had a full 720. He landed on his feet. Oh my god.
He landed on his feet, but fell backwards to take. So his feet got most of the hit going down.
Yeah.
But so he went backwards at the same time.
And he just kept rolling. Yeah. Like how when he does his 630, he just keeps rolling.
Yeah.
The match came to an end when Pete Dunne hit the bitter end, and then Ricochet hit a 450, and they both pinned Adam Cole.
1, 2, 3.
Team Face wins. What was the match of the night? Because...
Well, after that match was over, it was Pete and Ricochet standing up.
And they were eyeing each other's titles.
They were eyeing each other's titles, and Pete Dunne was like smirking while looking at his title, and then Ricochet looked at his title and was like... and holds it up in the air, and then Pete Dunne puts his in his mouth. So good. Match of the night, though. Do you have yours in mind?
I
have mine.
It's tough. It's really tough.
It's really tough, but I feel like the one that... because War Games would be my kind of match. I would say that match of the night because it's craziness, but I have to give it to something else. I'm going to give it to Ciampa and The Dream. I was thoroughly entertained.
If I had to pick one, I actually think I'm giving it to Black and Gargano.
Wow.
Just because of all the emotion that was in that match.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally thought they, like, killed each other. Like
it kind of set up to be like, oh, you think we did great with that match? Wait till the next one. Oh, you think we did great with that match? Wait till the next one.
Mm-hmm. The War Games was...
Put it this way, the worst match on the card was...
in my opinion, the women's title.
Was the women's title match. But even that was freaking entertaining.
It was.
Io Shirai doing a moonsault.
Beautiful moonsault. Because I still say every moonsault she did in the Mae Young Classic, I was not a fan of.
It was botched.
It was always some overshot, undershot,
hit the legs.
something.
Yeah.
Although, the one Xia Brookside took in the first round, with like Io Shirai's knees just caving her chest, I was like, and this is the first time her dad's watching her wrestle. Oh. But that was NXT TakeOver.
War Games. I can't do it anymore, man. I've been doing this for 2 weeks now.
Bro, this is the last time you gotta
War Games!
Until next year.
And now, the WWE's product, the greatest product ever, because they're always better than NXT, right, Zel?
I will talk about my feelings on this product when we're done. So, our only pre-show match was...
Which I liked. Because cruiserweights needed to be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
You want to make 205 Live a legit product? When the fans are chanting 205...
When the fans had zero interest in this match, and there was
all
even a
of them.
slight boring chant, and then by the end of it, it was 205, and this is awesome.
Yep.
They deserve it. Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali are great.
They need to be on the card. Don't put them in pre-show.
Yeah. So we opened up with the SmackDown Tag Team versus the Raw Tag Team.
And this is the only match that I cannot speak of. I simply did not watch it. Because it said pre-show started at 5. I'm like, I am not watching 7 hours of WWE.
As you know, I got home close to 1 in the morning. So I did not watch the pre-show. I just assumed I skimmed.
I just
skimmed
assumed
to the
SmackDown
end.
beat the shit out of Raw because they have tag teams and Raw doesn't.
It came down to the Revival, the New Day, and the Usos, and the Revival took out the New Day. And then the Usos eventually got the win. And when they did the splash...
With a solo...
It came down to the Revival and the Usos. When Uso did the splash, he did the Roman Reigns
what?
on the way down, and then he hit the splash, and that's how they got the win.
Freaking awesome. I'm telling you, there is something there. There's a story to be told there. I've been saying this for 7 months now.
So, Team SmackDown seemingly goes up 1-0. But wait!
Not in my house.
Because we opened with the women's match. And I'll tell you now, Team Raw won that, and they said it was 1-0 because the pre-show didn't count.
Legit Michael Cole's words. They're like, Team Raw's up 1-0, and that's what they left it at. And then when the next match came up, and then you got the next thing,
2-0.
Corey Graves said, well, regardless of the fact that Team SmackDown won, this is based on the main show.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So you just told your tag team division, you guys don't matter.
I did watch a thing that Cultaholic put out. Apparently there are reports that Team Raw was supposed to win, but the agent fucked something up.
The agent?
The agent for that match, who was in charge of it, fucked something up, and something got lost in translation.
And then Team SmackDown won.
And that's why they didn't count it.
Wow.
Supposedly. I don't know how true it is.
To freaking win?
I don't know if it was going to be the Revival going over,
because they were the last team. Unless a team got eliminated by accident.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm thinking Chad Gable, Bobby Roode.
Supposedly, something got lost in translation, and Raw was supposed to win.
I'm thinking Chad Gable and Bobby, because they're the only tag team in Raw's side that literally could be like the next opponents for AOP.
Nah, give Revival it. Give Revival that push.
I know,
they
but
deserve.
they've been smashed every single week.
I did also hear about that tag match, by the way, that Lucha House Party kind of botched a few things. In particular, Lindsay Dorado.
Maybe that's what fucked everything up, because they don't speak English.
Lindsay speaks English.
Grand Metalik doesn't, right?
He does not.
Okay.
But Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. I think being captain for Team SmackDown is a curse. Because what happened to Becky last year?
Yeah.
Instant elimination. What happened to Naomi this year?
Oh, which I was
Instant
very shocked.
elimination.
I thought Team SmackDown was going to win this because of the fact of Naomi and Asuka. Did not see them losing. But as we go on with this match,
especially because we assumed Nia Jax had massive heat. But what are they doing? They're using it.
They're using it. Hashtag sucker punch.
They're using it to get Nia heat.
But now you have a problem. The whole world is booing her.
Yep.
The whole world is booing Nia Jax.
It's not we're booing you because you're a heel.
No, we're booing you because
we
want to see you die. Like,
yes.
Go away. And now that the world is booing someone else who she's fighting against, that's going to be interesting to watch. Because supposedly on Raw tonight, like you said, she's supposed to address the crowd that booed her.
Yep.
I don't know what's going to happen because she said it a few times during that match. Let's go, LA. This is my hometown.
Yep. But we'll get there. Naomi caught a quick elimination from Tamina. Tamina got rolled up.
I thought Tamina was going to look great in this match. Just destroy everyone.
Nope. Tamina got rolled up by Carmella.
Dance break.
Yep, and then we had a dance break. Oh,
and then
also,
that's when my sister came over to spend dinner with us, and she was like, "What the hell is this?
Dance
This isn't wrestling."
It's a
what she remembers was Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle at Mania.
Yeah. Mania 20?
All the way now, she's like, "What is this? This isn't wrestling anymore."
Well, you came at the worst 7 seconds possible.
Yeah, she was like, "Why are they dancing in the ring?"
It's a gimmick. We should also note that Ruby Riott and Natalya were thrown off the team for fighting during the pre-show, and they were replaced with Sasha and Bayley.
Oh.
Where's the logic in that? Sasha and Bayley said...
Ruby and who got into a fight?
Natalya.
Oh my god.
Sasha and Bayley did end up saying that they are in it for Team Raw because SmackDown jumped them, but they want nothing to do with their teammates, and once this is over, they're coming for them. So Team Raw was fighting the entire time.
Moral of the night.
I think the one who looked best in this match, though, was Mickie James.
Really?
I think Mickie looked the best. And then the second was actually Mandy Rose. I think... I'm a firm believer that Mickie can still go.
I'm a firm believer
I don't know why Eric doesn't think so. But...
I'm a firm believer that Mandy is going to be the future of this women's division.
She could be, as long as she doesn't do anything dumb.
Right. I really do believe that, because everyone's always so high on her. And her look, her ability to wrestle, her actually have muscle on her. So, I really do think that she could be the future of, like, maybe after the next, time to shake things up again.
Shake up.
So, we'll see.
Well, speaking of Mandy, Sonya Deville hit a knee on Mickie James and was going for the cover, but Mandy tagged herself in, threw Sonya off, and pinned Mickie James. So this dissension between them is starting to form. I don't know who's going to be the face out of that group, but...
Which is good, but it's also sad, too, because I feel Sonya's going to get lost. You know how they have so much high praise from Mandy?
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to let Sonya just be like, yeah, I'm a generic UFC.
Neither of them can be the
gimmick.
face, though. Like,
yeah.
And Corey Graves messed up. He's like, when Sonya was making her way, he was like, she was a part of the group Evolution, and they disbanded. And I was like, absolution, Corey! But,
He also stuttered really badly during a match. He was like, it was...
Is that the one where he's like, you're an idiot, Cole?
Yeah!
and Renee was like, nice. What happened after that?
And
right.
And while I watch this match, too, I get more love every time I watch her wrestle. Like, everything about her.
Mandy?
No.
Sonya?
No.
Carmella?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I freaking love you so much.
I've always liked Carmella. Just the way, the spot she was in, I was like, you're not there
I've
yet.
always been on Mella. When Mella was money, and you and Eric were like, there's no way. This is Asuka. I'm
because,
like, Mella is money!
Because I still don't think Mella's there yet. Yeah. I still like Mella,
and then
but...
my favorite moment of this whole, like towards the end of the year, we'll do like a Christmas special of our favorite moments. That's gonna be mine. Where it's like, it's James Ellsworth! Look at Denzel's face!
That whole weekend was a bad weekend for me. Mandy gets taken out by the bank statement. Bayley and Sonya Deville both get counted out, so it comes down to Asuka against Sasha and Nia Jax. And at this point, I'm like, come on, Asuka! You did it last year with 3. It's only 2.
Yeah.
Asuka has a good exchange with Sasha, which she had a really good exchange with Mickie James on top of that.
Yeah.
All back to their takeover match from a couple years back. Sasha is going up, supposedly, for the frog splash, and Nia Jax throws her off the ropes. And
that's when I was like, that's it.
She got caught in the Asuka lock. She tapped out, and then Nia immediately hit 3 leg drops.
With a round of boo!
Oh, yeah, every time Nia did anything, she got booed. Immediately hit 3 leg drops, looking like the Dream, looking like Hulk Hogan. And then hit the Samoan drop and took Asuka out.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm. So, Nia is the sole survivor, so Team Raw is up 1-0 because the pre-show doesn't count.
And at this moment, what are you thinking?
At that point, I was like, okay, we said it, like, you know, she had to look strong for Ronda. I guess that's okay.
And this is what I was thinking. They're not counting SmackDown's tag.
Oh, I was pissed off.
This is going to end in a tie.
Well, I instantly texted you that. I was like, they're not counting this. This can end in a tie. You were like,
yup. That's exactly what I thought of.
And then we went on to a match I was really hyped for: Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And they did what I like, where they ramped it up.
Yeah.
They started out slow. They gave the feeling out process, which I feel like most wrestlers do when they never wrestled before, and they make a big deal out of it. They do the grappling thing. They feel each other out.
Yeah.
And then it just ramped up to a bunch of hard-hitting, suicide dives, strikes, counters, suplexes into Falcon Arrows, exploder suplexes, commands!
A Kinshasa to the back of the head.
A Kinshasa to the back of the head, which apparently is not as effective as a Kinshasa to the front of the head.
Apparently not, because he kicked out.
Because you think about it, he actually hits it to the back of the head a lot.
Yeah.
And everyone kicks out of that. Apparently the back of your head is stronger than the front. Logic. Match came to an end when Seth went for the stomp. Shinsuke got out the way. Shinsuke went for the Kinshasa. Seth got out the way. Hit the stomp, because that's what it's called. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Seth pins Shinsuke.
Yep.
Raw's now up 2-0 because the pre-show does not count.
And at this point, what are you thinking?
Somehow the bar is gonna beat AOP.
See,
SmackDown's going on. My thoughts were SmackDown's gonna go on like a two match winning streak or a 3 match winning streak, and one of those matches is gonna be the men's match. I'm still okay.
You weren't worried at all.
I wasn't worried. I was worried.
Sweating bullets.
I was worried.
I was like, why are they winning every single one?
I was worried, but I was like, I'm still alive. You know, like my hope isn't.
I really thought Shinsuke was because of some shenanigan with Dean Ambrose. Thank God I didn't use that as my bonus because I was thinking about using Dean Ambrose showing.
Imagine if you kept the 4-3 bonus.
I would have tied you and lost.
Like Lord. Then we got AOP versus The Bar. AOP with Drake Maverick. The Bar with Big Show, and I think this was the most disappointing match on the show.
Boner alert.
Really didn't do much. Nothing really happened. It was kind of cookie cutter. AOP crushing Cesaro. Cesaro finally gets the tag. Sheamus makes a big push, and Drake Maverick got involved. Big Show grabbed him by the neck, threw him up to the top of the apron, and was like, "I'm gonna throw you." And Drake Maverick, quote unquote, pissed himself. He tinkled. And both Sheamus and Cesaro and the Big Show are sitting there investigating, staring at it like, did you really just pee yourself?
And then the best part was when Big Show was like, ah!
Yeah, Big Show walked away laughing because Big Show and Vince have the same type of humor.
Yeah.
One of the members of AOP ran on the ropes, knocked Cesaro down, Drake Maverick got down, Sheamus took the hit.
Last chapter.
And that wasn't the last chapter.
No?
The last chapter is the running.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was their neckbreaker powerbomb combo.
They don't have
1, 2, 3. AOP wins, Raw's up 3-0 because the pre-show doesn't count. Now I'm very concerned.
You were concerned?
At that point, I was already concerned. At
I was
that point,
even more
like,
concerned. I'm like, they're going to win it all now. They're going to win the next one, and then it's going to be tied.
At that point, I was like, SmackDown needs to now sweep the rest of the show, and Daniel Bryan's not beating Brock Lesnar.
And Charlotte may not beat Ronda.
And Charlotte was not beating Ronda. I thought of the matches that were left.
Those 2 matches had shenanigans involved. Like, you could think about what could happen in those 2 matches.
I thought of what was left, and I was like, this is bad. This is very bad. We then got Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali for the Cruiserweight title.
Making us
right in the middle.
wait even more.
And as we were talking about before, the fans had zero interest in this match, to the point that there was a small boring chant. And by the end of it, they were chanting 205, and this is awesome. Side note, we skipped over in the last match. Enzo Amore was there.
Yeah.
He was in the crowd.
What a clown.
And
what a complete
he
clown.
got taken out. And now
goodbye, Goodbye, because you're never coming back again.
Yeah, he's not allowed in the Staples Center anymore.
Or WWE. Are you kidding me? Like, complete moron.
But, so then we had Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali. Great match. Buddy Murphy telling the story of his power. Mustafa Ali telling the story of his high flying.
I actually thought Mustafa was going to take this. I really did. I was like, they're going to do freaking Buddy dirty, but, like, I just had a feeling.
Well, nope, because Mustafa went for a splash, but he was facing the other way, so a turning splash, and Buddy Murphy hit a knee, or should we call it a V-trigger, because that is the same spot that Kenny Omega had with Pentagon. And they were jawing at each other.
Yep.
But he hit that, and then he hit Murphy's Law, which I like his finisher a lot.
I do.
It's very unique.
How about the Spanish Fly?
Oh my god, the Spanish Fly off the announce table.
I'm surprised the announce table held.
They had to double reinforce that one.
Apparently.
Great match. Murphy wins with the Murphy's Law. It's the right result, honestly.
Yeah.
But who's gonna take the title from Buddy Murphy?
Johnny Gargano.
205 Live.
I don't know. I'm still fascinated with the heel Cedric, but that would mean Buddy would have to turn face. So I don't think that's gonna work.
Unless Cedric turns heel in the win.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a double turn.
Right. I don't see anyone else. Like, there's nobody else.
No.
Leo? But Leo's a heel.
Not Kalisto again. No Amdar.
And Leo's doing other things now.
Yeah. He still wrestles on 205.
Mm.
Mike Kanellis.
I would love to see that. Because he's come so far.
I know.
I don't know.
And then we had the match that everything came down to.
I was like...
The Raw men's team versus the SmackDown men's team.
There. Oh, before this, though.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to talk about
we do have to talk
individual.
about it. Because Team Raw, Braun comes in. First off, Bobby Lashley and Finn Balor are just chatting in the corner.
Yeah. Like what?
Dolph and Drew are talking amongst themselves because they're cool. Braun comes in, he says, listen up.
So good.
Looks at Drew, says, I don't like you. Looks at Dolph, says, I don't like you. Looks at Bobby, says, I don't like you. Looks at Leo, says, I don't even know who you are. Looks at Finn and says, you're cool. But if you cost me from getting my hands on Baron Corbin, each and every one of you are going to get these hands.
And then walks in Baron Corbin.
And then Drew came in. Well, Drew's like, if anybody should be giving out orders, it's me.
Oh, yeah.
They got in each other's face, and then Baron Corbin came in, and he's like, hey, we need to be on the same page, blah, blah, blah. And then waddles in
we gotta get this.
Saying, hey, you guys need to calm down, y'all need to get on the same page, blah, blah, blah. And Corbin goes, what are you doing here? You're not even on this team. Get out. And Truth is confused. Dolph's subtlety was what made it so hilarious. Because Truth is a comedian and Dolph is a comedian. Their timings were perfect. The little subtle, like, he does this all the time. Like, Dolph just like, yeah, get used to it. It's a thing.
And just as a note for all of you, before this even happened too, we saw Baron and Stephanie in the back. And Stephanie told Baron that if he doesn't sweep, he can kiss his GM. Like, him being general manager, goodbye.
Sweep! And then, before this match, we had Team SmackDown having their meeting, and Miz gets Shane to give a rousing speech and get everybody hyped up, and Shane says, you are SmackDown, you are SmackDown, you are SmackDown, you are SmackDown, you're not on the team, what are you doing here? It was R-Truth. And he's like, I just wanted to ask if I could join SmackDown. Shane says, well, you're already on SmackDown, and Truth says, thank God, because it's a mess over there. Oh, Truth.
Hey, whatever, I love it.
So now, our 5-on-5 men's match. Samoa Joe starts against Drew McIntyre.
Dun, dun.
Instantly tries to put him in a coquina clutch. Drew puts his foot on the turnbuckle, rolls backwards, rolls over and out, hits a claymore. Samoa Joe's out in an instant.
Yep.
And we're left with Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, The Miz,
and Shane
McMahon.
Best in the world.
Against Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman. So what happened after that?
Well, honestly, I was still worried. I was like, they gotta F this up.
So let's talk about how Finn got eliminated by Rey with a 619, evening things up. Shane put Braun Strowman through a table with an elbow. And then Miz told him to hit the coast to coast on Dolph. Again. And he pinned Dolph. Again. But Shane is very broken down after going through that table in the first place. So SmackDown's up 4-3. Braun comes back. Braun hits a power slam on Ray. Pins Ray. Braun hits power
Hold
slam.
on. SmackDown was up 4-3, right?
Yes.
So Ray was the next one to go. You're right. Okay, go on.
And then Braun hit a power slam on Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff's
Because I
out.
thought Jeff got eliminated first,
No.
but it was Ray.
And then Braun hit a power slam on Miz. He's out.
Miz, I'm surprised. He threw Shane in front of him to get hit by Braun. And,
He is a heel.
well, yeah, but he was like, he looked like he was tweening a bit, and then he went full blown heel by throwing Shane McMahon.
Yeah, so then it was just Shane, who's dead.
Yep.
Because they did tell Shane to hit another coast to coast, but Braun caught him out the air. That's how Braun came back.
Yep.
And Shane's just like, okay, come on. And he gets a running power slam after a drop kick. And SmackDown has officially... Raw has officially won the night, because there's no way SmackDown can tie.
And the Raw men's team.
And
For them.
I had officially lost the title at that point.
What were your thoughts?
Is there a point to watching the rest of this show?
I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm like, I really thought they were going to make Shane be the sole survivor and win it all.
Now, here's the thing for this team, too. At the very start of the match, Braun and Drew argued about who wanted to start. Braun was going to start. Drew tagged himself in.
And that's what...
Finn tagged himself in. Finn and Drew fought for a little bit. Braun tagged himself in again. Braun and Drew fought with each other. Every single Raw team...
I thought that's how they were going to lose. Because
Exactly,
all
same.
they were fighting off each other, that there was no one there for anyone to tag in.
Yep.
So when Lashley was in there by himself, I'm like, this is how he's going to get eliminated.
Yep, no.
He never did.
Every single Raw team fought with each other. SmackDown didn't fight with each other at all. They were literally the symbol of a unified
They
unit.
all attacking Braun.
And they lost.
And they lost.
I'll touch on this at the end. Because then we had match of the night, debatably with the main event.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. These two fucking went. It was great.
It was great.
It started out...
And before the match started, I was like, man, this sucks. This should be Becky. Like, it would be such a good match if Becky was in there, but I was proven wrong.
You didn't think it was going to be a good match with Charlotte?
I didn't think so, because a lot of people were saying that Charlotte's just going to end like this. Because a lot of people have predicting that Charlotte's going to win the Rumble. So I'm like, yeah, it's going to be over. It's done. She's not going to have a chance.
Well. It started out at a very frantic pace. Eventually they settled into the technical stuff, because very fast-paced match. Charlotte hit a brutal spear on Ronda, because Ronda said, let's go, this is my home, this is LA, let's go, and she turned around and got broken in half.
Did you think that was going to be it right there?
It wasn't going to be it. I said this is either coming down to an armbar or a figure eight, and I was wrong. Because Charlotte was outside the ring, kind of like collecting herself. Her arm is hurt. She rolled in to break the count, rolled back out. Ronda rolls out on the other side and runs around like she's Braun Strowman and gets whopped with a kendo stick for the DQ win. Charlotte beats the fuck out of Ronda, hitting a natural selection onto the chair, pummeling her with a kendo stick, putting the chair around her throat and stomping it closed.
3 referees.
There's that one referee who took the worst bump ever.
Yeah, and
I have to get out of the ring.
He's like,
yeah. Looked like he's playing Tetris with himself.
And then Charlotte took a chair, put it around Ronda's chest area, because trying to be safe, not trying to kill the girl.
I mean, if you look back at the replay, she did have it around her neck.
Well, when she hit it, it like shifted up.
Yep. Stomp. Ronda has welts, everything the whole night, and fans are cheering.
You deserve it.
It didn't start with the "you deserve it."
You start with a thank you, Charlotte.
Once Charlotte made that motion of hitting her with a kendo stick, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Charlotte's turning heel."
Yes.
Heel Charlotte is best Charlotte.
Yeah.
Honestly, just
now
like
they have heel Charlotte and heel Becky. Perfect.
They're friends again.
Yay. You can sit.
I don't think they'll sip tea at that point. Vodka straight. Charlotte, what are you doing? Shut up, Dad. I'm doing what you did back in the fucking 80s. I'm gonna fuck every guy on this tour, Dad.
It'd be funny if you just said, I'm gonna fuck every girl on this tour.
Hey, I don't judge her. So, we get a thank you, Charlotte chant, and as Ronda's getting up, a you deserve it chant. And Ronda's getting booed as she's leaving. And you can tell she's upset.
Ronda looks back and she's like, did you hear what she said to one
Yeah, there was
fan?
some fan who said something about the man, and she was like, you're not the man.
Yeah. Bro. L.A. And she's like standing up waiting for the like
Yeah.
You know, because
It's-
that's what the hometown hero does all the time.
Nope.
You deserved it.
You were up against Charlotte. You were supposed to be up against Becky Lynch. I said, you're not getting cheered. If it was Becky Lynch, it would have been way worse.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Because what if this beatdown was what Becky Lynch was supposed to do anyway?
They would go apeshit. They would go crazy.
Because now there's potential that Charlotte is taking Becky Lynch's spot. And now she's going to be the big bad tweener. And we don't know what they're going to do with Becky.
Like I said, I still think it's Ronda and Charlotte. I don't think it's Ronda and Becky.
Because now if they're friends, Charlotte could be like, I'll go run Raw. You stay and run SmackDown. Bang, bang. And hopefully at Mania, we get Becky versus Asuka. Because who else is it going to be?
Becky and Shayna.
Wow, you think Shayna would come... Charlotte and Ronda,
Just
Becky
for
and
that.
Shayna? Okay, no,
And
I
then
see what you're
Jessamine
doing there.
Marina versus Sasha and Bailey.
I see what you're doing there.
Watch.
You think WrestleMania is going to get three
women's
women's matches?
Because
Oh my
this is
God.
what they've been building for the past 3 years?
Something like that.
Since The Rock brought Ronda into the ring.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And they should all be really good fucking matches,
Yeah,
too.
they should all be really good matches.
But who takes the win? Because if they do this like a WCW versus WWE thing, you know they're not gonna let MMA win. They're gonna make WWE win. But you have a Ronda Rousey.
Ronda will win. Everything else.
Ronda will beat Charlotte. Becky will beat Shayna. But if they're just bringing Shayna up at that time,
It could be the MMA women sweeping them.
oh my God.
Because this isn't going to be a one-time thing. We're going to renew this again.
Yeah, so
Sometime
eventually you're
maybe
gonna get your
SummerSlam
4-on-4.
or Survivor Series. Yeah.
I
Survivor Series will have that 4-on-4.
Yeah, I was saying, I think they'll hold off on calling the other women up until after SummerSlam. So it's closer to Survivor
so?
Series. So they don't have that long ass, like, we don't know what to do. Let's have the same tag match 5 times.
We'll see. I don't know. Superstar shakeup. Raw gets Shayna. Oh my God.
Wow. And then we have our main event.
Alright, after Ronda and Charlotte, and they're up 5-0.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I was like,
And the main event's coming up. Did you think SmackDown still had a shot?
no. Well, obviously they didn't. I was very annoyed at this point, and I'll touch on why after we get through this last match. I was very aggravated with the show. Because at this point, I wasn't looking at it as, this is some good wrestling. I was looking at it as, what is this shit? This is bullshit. This is ridiculous. Like, none of these decisions make any amount of sense.
Well, the Charlotte did.
Charlotte made sense. AOP winning made sense. How they did it?
Yeah.
Not so much. That was really all that made sense. Throughout the entire... Well, SmackDown's tag team winning.
Buddy winning.
Buddy made sense. But we get to the main event, Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. And it starts out just like every other Brock match does. Daniel Bryan get tossed around like a fucking ragdoll, and people were terrified.
Dude, he hit his head like 4 times.
Oh my God. He almost took the
He was
Sunil Singh
wheezing.
bump. Like,
I'm like, I hope he's just acting.
sounded like he was chuckling. That's what it sounded like to me. They're like, he's wheezing. I'm like, it sounds like he's like...
Oh.
Because he's going a little bit fucking mental.
Yeah, he's going
like, you can
crazy.
tell with like his facial expressions and everything. His character's gonna be that guy who's like...
He's going, yes, yes, and he just stops going.
He's like, like, I think his character now is gonna be that of like a guy who's just snapped and he's crazy.
Yep, and we got that for about like 10 to 12 minutes of just Lesnar suplexing him and the crowd chanting same old shit.
Yep. So then when Lesnar goes for the F5, DB hits the ref, lands on his feet, punts Lesnar in the dick, just like he did to AJ, hits the running knee, just like he did to AJ.
1,
and I'm
2.
like, no, and then it happened, and I was like, oh, he kicked out. Yeah, that's what I thought was happening.
But then he hits another running knee.
Yep, because he gets another. Now DB starts to get his offense. This is literally a rehash of the AJ match, just with Daniel Bryan's offense.
And then towards the end of it too, you see Brock Lesnar in the yes lock or whatever he wants to call it.
Because
now.
Brock's.
And he's like, he's going like this. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You're like, no way, Brock's
and
tapping.
Paul's like,
But-
Brock!
But at the same time, you're like, they did go up 5-0 on SmackDown. At this point, Brock could tap, and that would be the shock that they won.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it came to an end when Brock finally got DB up, hit another F5,
Because DB was going up for a third knee.
Yep.
And Brock picked him up F5.
and that was game.
Brock looked back and he was like, crazy son of a bitch.
Yep. Brock, for the second year in a row, limped out of Survivor Series.
Yep. And this has to show something, too. Like, Dan Bryan is a force to be reckoned with now.
Oh, my God,
legitimized it. So, I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this with AJ.
Now, well, the thing with AJ, as we were talking about, he's getting contract negotiations. He wants a reduced schedule. He only wants to work the TV days. He wants the Randy Orton schedule, basically.
He doesn't want to work live events.
He doesn't want to work as much live events. He wants to spend more time with his family. That's why he requested to drop the title as well. He requested it. Wants to spend more time with his family. He'll work all the TV days, no problem, but he wants a reduced live event schedule.
So, was that the last title reign we'll ever see AJ hold?
With the WWE title, it's possible.
Wow.
It's possible. Because he wants to spend more time with his family. And if you're WWE champion, you're doing everything. You know?
Right.
So there's potential for it, but he could have another run, like, towards the end. Could. Don't know. But so Raw wins technically 6-0. Technically, because tag match
Raw sweeps.
Raw sweeps. Now, let me tell you why I was so upset.
And Zel's point at this. What was your thoughts?
I am not upset that Raw...
How long after Brock won did you get this build-up?
Well, after that happened, I just went right the fuck to sleep.
Okay.
Because it was 5 a.m. I woke up and then
you slept on it.
Yeah, I watched a couple videos of people reviewing and talking about the show, and then I really thought about it, and I was like, it was really good wrestling.
Yeah, I saw, I think it was Cultaholics review. No, yeah, it was, because it was Adam Pacini.
Yeah. It was really good wrestling. The booking, though, I don't fucking understand. You literally buried an entire brand and everyone on it.
After saying that you're so pissed off with people not showing up to watch SmackDown, and after Fox said that we want you guys to make SmackDown a more legitimate thing, you bury it.
Like, I feel like buried isn't even the right word for it. They literally, did everything they could to make SmackDown look stupid. Your entire Raw team was fighting with each other. And they all beat a unit. You had one dude who wasn't even paying attention to his opponent until the bell rang. And he still won. Which, side note, it's confirmed he's facing Dean Ambrose at TLC for the Intercontinental title. Not what we're talking about, though. And that baffles me.
He didn't even care to think about Shinsuke, and he still won.
And in his interview, he was like, yeah, I wasn't thinking about Shinsuke beforehand, but once that bell rang, if you're not thinking about Shinsuke Nakamura, you're going to get your head taken off. So you didn't focus anything on your opponent until the bell rang.
How the hell did you win?
Raw's women's team did nothing but fight with each other. SmackDown women's team didn't.
In which two of them had to get replaced.
SmackDown's women's team was a unit. Only moment of miscommunication they had was Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. But that didn't change anything.
Right.
Raw still won. Raw's men's team literally started fighting each other.
Tagging each other in when they didn't want to get tagged.
Punching each other.
Drew McIntyre going in for the tag and Finn just looking at Finn and then he takes back his
Other members of the team had to separate other members of the team. SmackDown's team didn't fight with each other. They still lost. What was the point? What are you going to do now that SmackDown got swept?
And to put matters even worse, you took guys like Samoa Joe.
Oh, he got the shit out of the stick bad.
Finn Balor. As the first two individuals to get eliminated from their brands. Why? Do you not watch the product known as NXT and what these guys did and how unstoppable they were?
The three people who got the worst end of the stick, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and Naomi. They all got the shit under the stick. And I don't understand. I really don't.
And it's interesting, too, because I was talking to my dad about this. I'm like, how does this even make any sense? Because he was watching, he was like, they're going to leave. He hates Rey Mysterio. He's like, he's gonna
really?
Yeah. He was like, Rey Mysterio's going to be the last guy there, and he's going to win this whole thing. Like, I don't think so. But I was like, how dumb is this? Shane McMahon gets hit big time. I forget with what. But it was with a finisher, and he was done. They go for a pin, and The Miz saves his ass. I'm like, you did that for Shane. So you thought that saving Shane was a better option than saving Samoa Joe.
Yep.
How does that make sense?
my biggest problem with all of this, because I'm a very big story guy.
And after too, like just for the after Samoa Joe, like he got 1, 2, 3. After the third hand, as soon as the third hand went down, so just rolled out and just like, all right, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he was pissed off too. Like, why the hell am I here?
What do you even do with this story-wise? Where can you possibly take this?
Yeah, especially with Joe. Like, the poor bastard. One Claymore kick.
I mean,
all it took.
They're protecting the fuck out of that Claymore.
Okay, that's fine. One.
Yep. Nobody's kicked out of it on the main roster yet.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even think they kicked out of it in NXT, because I think he only hit it at the end of the match. Every other thing was a future shock.
Yeah. He didn't hit Andrade St. Almas with it either. I don't think he did.
I think that's how he won it.
Well, he lost.
Oh yeah, he lost to Andrade. He didn't hit Andrade with the Claymore at all.
Yeah.
He hit Bobby Roode with it.
Yeah, Bobby Roode lost to it.
Yeah. And didn't he defend it against Cassius or Roddy or one of those guys?
Probably, but...
And he finished it with the Claymore. That still doesn't help anything. Like, it just leads me to, what the fuck do you do with this? Because this is a mess.
Raw's in good hands, in my opinion. Braun's now going to feud with Baron because he wants to go after Baron, but Drew McIntyre is there. Nia Jax looks strong, so she'll go after Ronda. Like, Raw looked really good because they freaking won.
Yep.
SmackDown's going to be like, okay, so, we all suck. Where do we go from here? AJ wants a reduced schedule, so he's not going to be around much, so what's next for Daniel Bryan?
And that's another thing, because AJ...
Oh, Shinsuke, you lost too.
AJ's most likely going to be in the Mixed Match Challenge final.
Yeah.
So, when's he going to get his rematch? Sometime on TV? Which...
I think at TLC he'll get his rematch.
But that's when the Mixed Match Challenge final is.
Oh, shit. But is he for sure locked into the final?
He's leading the SmackDown bracket.
But it's possible for some other team to take it over, right?
The team that's under him is Miz and Asuka, and they're one. They just took their first loss. AJ and Charlotte haven't lost yet.
Who the hell would be next for Daniel? Think of the SmackDown brand and how many heels are on there. You have Ray and Jeff.
Yep. That's it. Like, I don't know who else it'll be.
And Ray right now is currently on this feud with Randy. Jeff Hardy is like...
Oh, we forgot. Who's getting called up?
Lars... I could not believe this.
Sullivan is getting called up.
I hope this asshole goes to SmackDown. I'm sorry, but Raw has way too many big guys.
Oh, exactly. If he goes to Raw, I'd be upset too. He should go to SmackDown. SmackDown has no big guys.
And it would protect him.
Yep.
But then again, look at Joe.
Who's SmackDown's big guys? Joe's big, but he's still small. Harper and Rowan are considered big, but
Harper's in surgery, and Rowan's like healing from surgery.
But Rowan eats L's every fucking day.
And Rowan eats L's.
Oh
yeah, by the way, question. Where the hell is Bray Wyatt?
Waiting for...
Where the hell is Matt Hardy? Because he's doing all these live shows.
I don't know.
Are they next for AOP? Because that's stupid. Both of them should go to SmackDown. My opinion.
This is all just ridiculous. Well, that was Survivor Series. No
Randy. No AJ. AJ breaks his consecutive
Charlotte's is still going.
La-dee-da. Who else was missing that was a big one? Because there was 3 of them that were big that were missing.
Well,
Dean Ambrose.
Yep. That was Survivor Series. That was NXT TakeOver.
I thought you said...
This is the last time.
War Games!
And I have nothing more to say about Survivor Series. I'm drained with trying to think of it.
But we have a legitimate champion.
I'm sorry, was I not? I'm sorry.
You were the one that said I have to prove myself. I need to win.
You had to.
You said it about yourself. I don't know why you said it about yourself.
Oh, I said you had to win.
Maybe you thought you were a paper champion?
No. I did not think I was a paper champion. My ass defended that belt 3 fucking times in the span of 2 weeks!
Yeah. Bullshit. And I don't have to do the dreaded pay-per-view. When do you guys have to film yourselves watching Boku and Pico, whatever that is?
Boku no Pico.
I am so happy we get to watch that.
Oh, yeah, well, I have the advantage, air quotes, because I have 4 games to choose to his 3. So he's really gonna have to try to steal one.
If he steals one, you could be in deep shit. So, because he's picking UFC. He's gonna say Nelson bring over Madden, and he's going to do most likely Rocket League. Those are the 3.
Never played Rocket League in my life.
And that's exactly why he'll choose it. Mister can't pick above a C. Remember?
Oh my
That's what he's
god.
gonna do. Don't forget that.
Oh no, trust me, I'm not. Definitely not. Well, you wanna close the show for the first time as champion?
Sure. Goodbye. That was our review for Survivor Series, unfortunately. Some great pay-per-view and NXT. You can take this.
Gotta say takeover first.
Takeover.
War Games!
There you go. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you sometime along this week. Have a safe and happy holiday. I'm thankful for being the champion. And I'm thankful that this is going to sit in my house while I'm eating my turkey. And I'm thankful for Zel for handing me the title like a man. And you know what happens when you say, may the best man win? You lose. Let that be a lesson to never say that again.
Is that your outro? Are you done?
Yeah. Have a safe holiday, everyone. We'll see you again to review the shit that is... Well, not really shit, because their stories are actually progressing, but I'm pretty sure they'll make the product shit.
SmackDown will be shit.
And the lost soul of SmackDown Live. And the NXT pre-show. Should be a great week for wrestling.
See, it's not SmackDown Live anymore. It's just SmackDown L.
And we are 3 weeks away from TLC.
Yep.
Already.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Almost Rumble time.
Yay.
They already requested that day off.
Yay. Oh yeah, me too. I'm going to request that day off. Like on Tuesday, hey Nelson, welcome to your new job. Yeah, I need to request the date in January off right now.
January 27th. Well, goodbye everyone. Have a safe holiday and all that good stuff.
We'll see you again before the holiday's up. I think.
Well,
no, we won't.
We
We'll
air
see
on
you
Fridays.
on Black Friday.
Yay.
Which none of you probably listen to it because you're out being idiots, shopping, and not waiting until Cyber Monday.
Yay.
Goodbye!